Good morning and welcome to Schnozzcast, episode 86 for Tuesday, August 18th, 2020. The Beachside episode.
Yes, sir.
Pipe up, Cory, because this is your dream. Waiting for this for a long time.
I have been. And yes, it was supposed to be a couple days back, but
Tell the good people where we're broadcasting from.
We are live from Oscoda, Michigan.
Home of the, we're in Ayahuasca County, right?
Iosco County, Michigan. Officers were in hot pursuit last night.
A lot of pursuits.
I kind of prefer Ayahuasca County myself.
It all works.
You know, I'm actually, I think I'm falling more in love with the idea of not muting the mics, and if there's some crosstalk or some chatter while the song's playing,
Yeah,
I think it's okay.
I'm not against chalks or chatter. That's difficult to say.
Sold. All right, I've got someone to buy a harebrained scheme. So a little bit of housekeeping. This might be a shorter episode, but we'll see how it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have surpassed 4,000 downloads on Podbean.
Ooh.
So only good things to come from here on in. And also episode 80 and 81 are now available on iTunes or your platform of choice. And we're going to do our best this week to try to catch up a little bit more, since we're now still 5 behind.
Only 5.
Yeah, well,
We?
perpetually 5 behind. Hey, just like a boat, we either all sink or we
That's
all
true.
swim.
That's true.
Did I say just like a boat? Just like a, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
A
know.
horrible start to that analogy.
I'm not sure what you were trying to say, but you said
It's
about...
finished strong, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a neon green kayak.
Oh, all right. So do we want to, maybe that is the booze news for this week.
Well, first,
Maiden voyage of the kayaks.
But we have,
Yeah.
we're going to go around the table here.
Oh, fuck. There's just too many things. I'm too
Get
excited.
it together.
I've recently been napping and a lot of drinking. So, this is Bob. To my left, Mr. Osgood himself, Cory Slesky.
Oh, hey.
Hey, oh.
Corscoda is really what we call it.
Wow.
We will not.
Wow.
To his left, the shivering,
Yes.
but ultimately game, Ms. Danielle Finn.
Hello.
Hello. And to my right, Mr. Nicholas. Take care of the ribs. Thanks for the lasagna.
They are
Peter.
smoked ribs.
Are the ribs still cooking?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Low and slow.
Okay.
At 7 a.m., you'll
They'll
have
be
the
ready.
best ribs you've ever had.
Can't wait to wake up to that.
Low and slow.
Breakfast of
A
champions.
little bit of sand.
Yeah,
That's the way to go.
it's got that grit
Could-
I like in my
could do it
ribs.
with that.
You need it in your gullet.
Mm-hmm. So,
This weekend.
on to the weekend.
Oh.
So, I came up late. You guys got here on Thursday, right?
That is correct.
I joined the crew on Saturday, and by then they were 6 sheets to the wind. Recovering from the last 48 hours before I got there.
I mean,
little
not I, but
No, you were bright-eyed, bushy-tailed.
Spry as a bunny.
Yeah, yeah. The rest of the zombies
Tad
I
more
did see
responsible than the boys.
shamble out of the cottage midday on Saturday. Anyway, give them a quick recap of the first couple of days. I wasn't there, so Danielle, how would you put it?
Fantastic.
Okay, what was some of the highlights?
It was so many days ago.
You
They all kind of
reach
jumbled
back way
together.
back to the Thursday, way back.
I don't know. I mean, we've had really good weather. We're right on the water.
Yeah. Did you see any cool sunsets? Look up at the stars.
Not really any cool sunsets because we're on the opposite side of.
Yeah. So sunrises. You've been up then to watch the sunrise.
No.
Okay. So neither. Then.
Cory and I have.
Yeah. Not you weren't. You were
Doesn't
still
count
awake.
if you. Yeah.
We
you go to
saw, we
bed.
saw a bit of one.
We were holding hands, skipping into the moonlight,
Very nice.
watching the sunrise.
Oh,
The thunderstorm was really cool the other night on
You
the
weren't
water.
You weren't even awake for that.
I was awake for the beginning of it just because I wasn't out in it like you two.
Oh, we were Greek gods at that point in time.
Man, you prancing down the beach. I am a golden god.
Zeus came down.
No, it's like storming
Poseidon
outside.
raised up from the seas.
And the two of them are standing under the tent outside. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, we're just cleaning up.
Only boxer briefs. That was it.
No, we're clothed.
But other big news for the thunderstorm. Well, the
Big news for the thunderstorm.
Well,
That thunderstorm is gone, man. He can't hear any of this news.
well, maybe somewhere.
But thunderstorms in the future, we'll be able to get this podcast.
The night prior, the first night we got here, saw my first shooting star ever.
First one ever.
That is correct.
Yeah. And I was outside saying something philosophical, I'm sure, last night with Bob. And as we were both looking at Venus
Staring deep into each other's eyes.
and Orion's belt across the entire sky, we saw one as well. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Nick was very upset that he didn't see one that first night.
I was, it was so cool. It was the coolest thing. It's my first one. I'm like,
You got your revenge, though, didn't you?
oh, I did.
Well, one of the people that we met was actually sitting there, and she saw, I think, 3 altogether. Every time she's ooh, another one, and obviously by the time you woke up, it was already gone. So, Nick,
I think
Damn it, Cheryl.
I think she was
stop
just
rubbing it in my face.
I think she was just coked out.
I think at a certain point she realized Nick was just getting upset every time she said that. So
She started to do it more.
more and more.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I would do. That's off to you, Cheryl. How about a little booze news?
Sure.
Or shall we reminisce more about the guys? By the way, I took a quick look at Facebook. Awesome pictures.
Yeah,
I'm kind of jealous of the camera on your phone.
I think I took some pretty good ones.
You did.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. I almost don't want to take any more pictures now because mine will look like shit compared to yours. Cory, are you a fan of what's your favorite Halloween candy?
Ooh, that's a really fucking tough question.
Okay, you think about that, Danielle. Do you know? Do you have a favorite
Halloween candy? It has to be Halloween.
candy that you eat on Halloween?
Yeah.
That you would normally eat on Halloween.
Halloween candy.
Maybe like a Snickers?
Okay, bite size, king size.
Well, bite size.
Okay.
In true Halloween
Some people
fashion.
are lucky enough to live in king size neighborhoods.
Yes, my mom is one of those people.
Yeah. So
Danielle's used to a lot of bite size.
oh boy, how about you?
Oh, circus peanuts all the way.
Doorsteps.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's the worst. Sense the tone. No, it would definitely be a Reese's cup.
Reese's though, strong choice. What about you, buddy?
I'm gonna have to follow Nick's lead and go Reese's.
Reese's.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the little ones with the strawberry paper.
What?
The little candies that wrapped up look like a strawberry. You got the strawberry paper.
He does
With
like those.
With the strawberry filling. Those are good. I don't think those are a big Halloween candy though.
You know what it is? Brach's candy corn.
Yeah, unfortunately it is.
They have now come out with a new flavor that's available now at Walgreens, and I almost stopped to pick it up for this particular podcast tonight. It's called Turkey Dinner.
Boo.
Oh my God.
I'm being totally serious. It's now available at Walgreens for a limited time. But they're looking forward to Thanksgiving.
Very limited time.
But the cool part is, it's not just a piece of candy corn that tastes like a turkey dinner. There's 6 different flavors.
Of course.
Right. And they are, take a guess,
Turkey.
Stuffing.
stuffing,
Cranberry.
roasted turkey, cranberry sauce,
Mashed potatoes.
sweet potato pie,
Gravy.
Aw.
Please tell me there's gravy.
green beans,
Oh.
and ginger glazed carrot.
Green
Ooh.
bean candy.
Yeah. So you can, I don't know if they're all different colors
Why
or
would
there's any way
you
to tell,
just-
but
Why
you can
wouldn't
vomit
you
is
do-
what you can do.
Just
Yeah.
toss a
Why
handful
would
in
you
your
do
mouth?
sweet potato as opposed to normal potato?
I've seen people serve sweet potatoes for
Well, yeah,
Thanksgiving.
but usually,
Yams?
I mean,
There you
Yams.
go.
it's not a yam.
I'm struggling with the fact that the only problem you have with this is that they didn't do regular potatoes. and
No,
everything
there's a
else is
lot of
fine.
problems with it.
Okay.
It's very flawed.
All right. I
All
would
of
agree
it.
with that.
The whole bag. Gross.
Yeah, so suffice to say, I won't go through all these, but there's quite a few people that are up in arms and less than excited about this new candy that they're now weirdly they're going to have to try it. Which is
Well,
what
obviously.
I thought. I'm like, let me go get a bag. I'll bring it up here at Oscoda.
Oh, can't even imagine like eating a green bean flavored.
But
Candy.
you have to
Yeah.
imagine as a company, like they are only able to take advantage of one time a year. I mean, that's it. So they're like,
And they're already
"Whoa."
making candy corn.
Right.
Well, let's inch our way into other holidays. You can't do that. You can't just say like,
They
Oh,
make
well,
Christmas ones.
I make those boxes, those heart boxes for Valentine's Day of chocolates, and I can't sell chocolate throughout the rest of the year. Let's make Christmas tree boxes. It's that holiday.
Yeah, I feel like whatever focus group they did on those flavors was a little off.
But aren't you kind of weirdly like curious?
I don't know.
Handful of green beans once.
Ugh.
I can't imagine anything worse.
I will be interested to hear whether or not you can, when we listen back to this, if you can hear the waves or.
I think it's whatever we're hearing. It's what's being recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should be good.
Okay.
It's not too choppy out tonight either, so.
No, thank God. The other night
No
would've been
waves
horrible.
crashing.
Yeah. One other quick one. Apparently, Kraft is now changing the name of their macaroni and cheese dinner to macaroni and cheese breakfast.
Why?
I'm glad you asked me that, Cory. They're hoping that the new breakfast label could take away some of the shame that's associated with parents serving their kids easy-to-make, non-breakfast foods in the morning.
It's okay. I feel like it's worse to make your kid mac and cheese in the morning.
Right. Rather than correcting the behavior,
Right.
you're going to go, oh, thank God.
Oh, it's now a breakfast
At least
food.
breakfast is now in the box. I don't feel so bad. There you go, Junior.
So that's like
That's disgusting. Who
Jets
wants-
Pizza coming out with it's our breakfast pepperoni pizza.
Yeah. Well, but no, it's not quite the same because a lot of people eat cold pizza the next day.
Yeah, the next day.
For breakfast.
Well, usually grown-ups then.
Yeah, you're not like, hey, kids.
Stoners.
Right, exactly.
You know, ne'er-do-wells.
I don't ever remember
Derelicts.
waking up and my parents being like, oh, well, here's some cold pizza for breakfast.
You got to get to a certain age before you're like, yeah, it's in the fridge. Go help yourself.
Well, then at that point, that's different. But
I just don't understand how is that any easier than than pouring a bowl of cereal with some milk? To me, it seems like a lot more work.
Oh, it's way more work.
Am I wrong?
Oh, no.
Kraft mac and cheese?
I mean, unless they're going to make it like their Easy Mac, where you just add water, put it in the microwave, and then add the powdered cheese.
That's true.
So basically, they're just they're changing the.
They're just saying breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're,
They're
adding
trying to
breakfast onto their box.
Yeah, they're trying to rebrand as acceptable for breakfast.
Yeah.
Same thing. They got a little selfish, and they got
did.
they got greedy,
They did get
and they were like, "Wow, we're not just for lunch and dinner. We want to be a part of breakfast. We're not just making candy corn for Halloween one day a year. We're gonna make it taste like Thanksgiving, and then we'll take over Christmas."
Of course.
God, they got their eyes on Christmas too.
They do make red and green ones, though.
Stop it.
I'm just telling you.
Just listing facts.
They're not flavored any different. They're
Well,
just
it tastes like
colored
pine
differently.
It tastes like wax.
Tastes like pine trees.
Yeah, I thought both of those stories were food-related and kind of troubling.
I agree.
To go off your mac and cheese story for
Yeah.
that, did you hear they're also making a mac and cheese dispenser?
I don't know what that means.
One
So,
machine
like-
that dispenses boxes of mac and cheese?
No. Like when you go to 7-Eleven,
Like
and
a
if you
weed
ask for a
dispensary.
chili dog,
No.
you
What?
press a button and the mac and cheese comes out of it.
Oh, that's no.
Okay. So much like a slushy machine, is there something in there that's constantly agitating the noodles?
Yeah,
so
we-
they
I don't know the
stick
inner
together?
makings.
It would have to be like a
Heated, agitated.
like a cement mixer.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Well,
That's really
What would the mac and cheese
kind of genius.
The mac and cheese button.
I think
But
Bob's
disgusting.
onto it.
I would not be looking forward to doing that, nor am I a huge mac and cheese fan. But I don't. What's the difference between that and pouring yourself a slushy?
Culinarily speaking, it can't be done.
A lot.
Why?
There's no noodles in a slushy.
But I'm saying
It's just ice and
pull a lever
flavoring.
and get some food. I don't know if you call it slushy food, but
Oh,
So what
it's
they
the steak dispenser.
I just don't know how you're going to keep it. First of all, keep it clean. Number one, and number two, clean. I would like to be the guy to clean the mac and cheese dispenser.
Yeah, but
Yeah, if-
noodles are so starchy and stuff. It would just get they would fall apart eventually. So they would have to be separate compartments, like a ketchup and mustard squeeze tube in one.
Oh, that's true.
They would have to come out probably or drop into a container pre-cooked noodles and the cheese sauce, and then it would have to stir and then dispense.
I feel like there's a way they just ship a bag that's already
Yeah.
made, and you just toss it right in that machine.
Yeah. Like Heinz does, like mayo chup. Like it's not two bottles like sandwiched together with like two, squirty holes. We're both going at the same time with every squeeze. It's already mixed, and they put it in the bottle, and it's like there you go. Like that, it would be something similar to that. I would think, already made,
Right.
problem solved.
Yeah, but like I said, the problem is you can't have pasta sitting in liquid for those long periods of time because it would just fall apart.
Well, not if you're making it out of things
Plastic
that don't fall apart.
I don't know
Which is why you have to make mac and cheese. You never see a jar of mac
Yeah.
and cheese. You have to heat the noodles.
right.
You have to do this.
gross. A jar of mac and cheese.
Gross.
Ooh.
Well, so that's 3 troubling. Thanks, Cory.
Yeah,
troubling food stories.
I know. Sad food stories.
All right. I got a killer robot of the week story for you if you want.
Of course you do.
If you want, of course I do. There's no shortage of those kind of stories. I could sit here and I'm just gonna. I've got them all banked up. I'm just gonna one at a time.
Oh, thank God.
I wish
Just
I could
release 'em.
remember the one popped up on the Alexa last week when we were at home, and I forgot to write down what it was.
Oh.
I was like, oh, that's got Bob written all over
Yeah,
it. It was a
terrifying.
robot story,
Yeah. They're all. Thanks for thinking of me though.
Oh, you're welcome. I wish I could remember more about it, but
You just weren't sufficiently terrified.
I mean,
But that's my job, Danielle. Because wait till you hear this.
okay. Go for it.
Researchers from the National University of Singapore have created an artificial robot skin that can process touch 1,000 times faster than humans can.
Why does a robot need to feel touch?
Why does anyone need to feel touch? Robots need love too, Danielle.
You don't want them to. Then they're
I don't
human.
want them
I'm
to.
just
Exactly. Right.
I was
I
gonna
think it's
say,
a horrible idea.
Wait, Mr. I hate robots.
No, this is
but
a horrible
robots
idea.
need love too.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. Why would they need to? Their skin is powered by Intel's, no advertising money received, neuromorphic research chip, which Cornell University researchers were able to program to recognize the scent of hazardous chemicals a few months ago. So I could see some of the benefits of, being able to detect danger or, dangerous situations, hazardous.
Danger,
I was going to say, what would the robots say if it detects danger?
Danger, danger.
Well, hold on. Are you
Will Robinson.
they put a
Oh,
revolutionary chip into this robot and give it no capacity to communicate what it's found?
Oh,
Corey's
that person's fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Corey's always on high alert.
Johnson.
Corey's always on high alert for danger. You can't ever sneak up behind him. He spooks.
That's true. Very skittish.
You get a kick right to the knee.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a bull in an arena. So they were able to program the robot skin to recognize the shape, texture, and hardness of objects 10 times faster than the blink of an eye. Blink of an eye is in quotes. I assume that's a measurement of speed, which also required the use of an event-based camera. They taught a second, more human-like robotic hand, which was outfitted with the same skin, to read Braille, which was translated by the chip with more than 92% accuracy.
Jeez.
So, okay, so you're blind. You're also a billionaire, so you can afford one of these robots, and you don't have to use your finger to read anymore.
I don't know if that sounds as spectacular as...
I'm trying to understand why we're even doing this. Someone somewhere, some scientist is always like, that's a great idea. We need to do that. And people in the background are like, no, wait, why are you closing the door? Oh, he said stop. No, this is a horrible idea. And then they do it anyway.
Right.
And inch us closer to annihilation. See, now you're sufficiently terrified.
Oh, always.
All right. Always. That's a good measurement. All right. We did not bring Danielle's word box today.
We did not.
No. But I have a special surprise for you. No,
Oh,
I don't
can't
really.
wait.
No,
Oh, okay, good.
no, we're good. No word box. Sorry.
I'm
I really thought about it.
I'm not hurt.
I was at Nick's and we were packing everything up, and I looked at it, and I looked at him, and I'm like, should we? Did not.
Nope.
And I wasn't sure if thought we were doing you a favor, or we're feeling guilty because we were letting you down.
I'm good.
I'm sure it was one of those two things.
One of the two.
Yeah. However, before we go into gentleman's agreement, should we do a shot?
Oh, sure.
Did we bring anything out to do a shot with?
Oh, we did.
I believe
I was like, Nick
brought
packed the bag.
Oh, we've done the
entire
whole bag.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, big thanks to Nick's dad for supplying a number of different, unless I'm forgetting exactly how many, coolers and devices to keep things cold, and to your Uncle Mike
Yeah, definitely.
for all the fantastic food.
Providing food. Dad's
Absolutely.
Yeti coolers. They were amazing. They've been up and down several rivers.
Let me climb out of my blanket.
Jesus.
Listen, it's cold out here, guys.
That's why I got that alcohol nice and ice cold for you.
Fabulous.
And this is thanks to Angie,
Yes, thank you, Angie.
which
What's
I
the?
which I assume she just forgot.
No, I think
well,
she
it's
donated
toaster.
it.
Did she? Well, it's Travis Hasse cherry pie liqueur that we have none of us have ever had before.
Right.
So
It's just imagine like a really, really good tasting cherry, not like a Dimetap disgusting cherry flavor because I can't stand cherry, but also like a fresh summer like sour cherry, biting into a sour cherry because it's super sour on the back note.
yeah, it doesn't
That's
have
really
that,
good.
that sweetness to it that you would say that you like real syrupy sweetness.
Yeah, she went. I think this is the third bottle of cherry flavored something that she brought back from Traverse City.
Didn't she get that?
No, I
in,
think she got it in Pinconning.
Did she?
I
yeah,
think so.
when she took her little detour on the way up here.
At the
What about
cheese
the,
store or whatever.
The cheese store
Ooh.
with many E's.
Oh, the cheese sauce.
What was it that she brought out on Saturday? You made me take a giant swig of it. I think I'd been there for like 2 minutes.
That could really be anything, Bob. You're gonna have to
She
be
had
more
another.
specific.
She had a cherry vodka.
Yeah,
It was like a Traverse. It was Traverse
that was
City.
the Trevor. Okay.
Yeah, that was the Travis.
Right,
one.
the Moscanano cherry. Is that was what was it?
I beg your pardon?
I said it wrong, and they're.
According to Danielle, they were
Muscatel?
they were Michelin cherries.
Michelin
I
cherries?
did not call that either of those things. I can't remember how I said it, but I said it wrong.
She had a Danielle's word box prior to.
Yeah.
doing the
I was going to
podcast.
say. So what did
She's
you
like,
what did you
"Oh,
mean to say?
You know what that tastes like?
What is it? I almost said it wrong again.
Manischewitz? Were you going to say Manischewitz?
No,
Maraschino.
maraschino.
She's like, oh, those are Maricopa cherries,
Those are not the words.
Oh, the
I
county?
used.
straight from the county
There's a fire going right now out there.
in Maricopa.
And Nick tried to say the fire was too wet. The wood was too wet. The fire was too wet. Whoopsie daisy.
It is, yeah. We're going to mush mouth our way through this entire episode, I think.
But no, that one she got in Pinconning for sure.
Okay.
It's
Cool.
Traverse City cherry, but it was from Pinconning.
Oh, I hate being lied to on labels. Can you retroactively put a Daniel's Word box on top of this whole segment? Because I feel like we did
I'm gonna
it.
have
We
to.
just did it. Okay. All right. So, with no time to waste, let me go back to and see what we had. Let's start with.
Mine's not done. I don't.
Okay, let's not start with Danielle.
Yeah, I have to get it from you, and
I
I think you said you had it.
think I have it. Yeah. All right. So don't let me forget.
Okay, I couldn't remember what it was called either. So
All right. Mr. Bader.
What was it that I had?
Am I the only one? Workaholics?
Oh no, did not watch that. It was a vacation week. It was too busy.
I happened to watch mine.
Thank God. Thank you, Cory. All right.
what did you have to watch?
You gave it to me.
I don't remember.
Athlete A.
Oh yeah.
All right. Cory, we're just going to steer this ship ourselves, I think.
Apparently.
All right. So tell us what you thought. First of all, it's on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Okay. Signed by Danielle.
And it's the documentary focusing around Larry Nassar and his shenanigans with all the young female Olympians
Right.
when he was taking care of them in the Olympic Games.
Well, not even that. Just all of the girls from USA Gymnastics.
Yeah,
Because he was the doctor there
he
too,
was the doctor for them for quite some time.
Yeah.
and Michigan State.
Yeah.
And
2-hour documentary?
it
and
was
a
like
half.
an hour 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, going back because I remember hearing about it when it was actually in the news, and I mean, obviously it was disturbing then, but like actually peeling back the layers of all the stuff that occurred over like a 15, 20 year period was absolutely insane. Like once one girl stepped forward, and it actually took several years for people to even believe her and really look into her allegations against him. And so basically after she did that, everyone's like, oh, no, you're going to ruin his career. You know, he's got a great reputation. You know, you can't do that to the guy. And even her parents were kind of like, well, okay, you know, if he says he didn't do it, then he didn't do it. But it was like 3 years after her allegation. Several other females started coming forward saying that, you know, they had experienced weird things with, you know, different visits with them, even when like parents were present, that he knew just ways to, when he was fixing, you know, adjusting someone's spine, how he would do stuff with his hands and all that, and with the parents even being in the room and not seeing what he was doing. And some of the girls were so young at the time, like, oh, this is apparently just a part of the adjustment, and this is what you have to do. So yeah, it was. Don't want to linger on too much, but I know a lot of people out there know who Larry Nassar is and what he was accused and convicted of. So
And like the biggest thing too was like not just like knowing all of the thing, like people who covered it up for him and all that stuff too, but the girl who was athlete A, it ruined her Olympic dreams because she said something. It basically got back to everyone that she was the one that was saying all this stuff, making these allegations. And the people that own USA Gymnastics, like in Texas, that are part of, that pick the Team USA, she was like the second person behind Simone Biles. And because of her allegations, they just kind of weeded her out and she didn't get to go to the games. Yeah,
the CEO of USA Gymnastics, I can't remember his name.
I forget his name.
But yeah, they basically just kind of blacklisted her. They were like, oh, well, you want to make allegations like that, guess what you're never going to do.
But when they turn out to be true,
it was already too late.
It was already way too late. Her gymnastics career was well over.
Yeah. But she competes now she goes to Oklahoma State and...
Yeah, and she can, hold her head up and look herself in the mirror and know that she said something and probably saved other girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, very very dark. But,
I don't know how you mentally get up to watch, get yourself worked up to watch something like that, knowing that you're like, oh, Cory, you need to watch this. What was the attraction that?
Well, I've always liked gymnastics. Just I've always watched the Olympics like growing up, and after hearing everything about the whole situation, just kind of wanting to hear more from the people that actually came forward and what made them decide to come forward and all of that. Mm-hmm. And it kept popping up as like a recommendation on my Netflix. So,
gotcha. Oh yeah,
I watch a lot of dark stuff.
I think so.
Uplifting.
Both of you guys.
I think it's more about you because you already kind of know the background story.
Yeah.
But the documentaries just delve into that much more about what occurred and some kind of stuff that happened behind the scenes that the general public might not have known or heard about.
Yeah.
To sort of get that extra information, like you said, off something you already heard on the news or whatever. I just find that interesting.
Yeah.
Not like I'm like, oh yeah.
Because it wasn't in like...
That'd be horrible.
It wasn't an Olympic athlete that came out and said anything. It was somebody who was going towards it. And then the girl that ended up kind of backing her story was just some girl that went to USA like gymnastics. Mm-hmm. She didn't really compete more than like locally. And she's the one that really helped make a case behind her.
Okay.
Because she wasn't a big name, wasn't anybody... like special, really.
Yeah.
And
now won't be, probably. Right?
Well, she is now because she's the one that
started
the whole
for the
trial.
That she
right.
wanted to, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was very interesting, though.
All right. I had Cory gave me mine. I had Fractured on Netflix.
Nope, I gave it to you.
Sorry, Nick gave it to me. I was mentally, I'm like, Nick's out of this. Didn't watch his movie.
Every time he goes, I do have to say, Cory gave me this last time. I'm like, no, he didn't. I did. Every time that it was me, he thinks it's Cory.
All right, I'll just start saying you from now on.
Yeah.
No matter what. Liked it a lot. It was, so the guy who played in Avatar, he was the male lead in Avatar, Sam Worthington. Hopefully I'm getting his name right. He was also in one of the Terminator. Was it Terminator Genesis?
I have no idea.
Not a lot of Terminator fans.
Not a lot of Terminator fans.
He's a good actor. He's just playing a normal guy, kind of having a rough day. So I don't think I'm going to give away anything more here than what's already in the trailer. Right. So going down the road with his wife and daughter, and something happens, and they need to get to the hospital, and they go to the hospital, and then things don't go as you would hope they would. But he's not really sure why or whether people are covering it up or if he really can't remember what happened or if he's losing his mind. So I thought he did a good job, and I'm not going to say I saw the twist coming at the end, but I think it was well executed, I will say.
Yeah, I thought it was as far as I was concerned when I first saw it, I kind of stumbled upon it. Mm-hmm. And I guess I was just, I don't know if I wasn't paying attention enough, but I wasn't expecting it to be a twist like that. I thought, maybe active shooter in the hospital, something like that, But it took a really weird turn where you're like, whoa.
All right. All right.
But I was really impressed. I liked it.
Yeah.
It kept my attention for sure.
Yeah. I haven't seen him in a while in anything, but I forgot that he's actually a pretty good actor.
So you liked it?
I liked it a lot. Yeah. I liked watching. Because one of those movies, he's on camera like almost every shot. Mm-hmm. He's in every scene. He's got it almost on the lines, so you have to be a good actor to pull that off. You have to be someone that you're willing to watch for 90 minutes.
But what did you think? I mean, we spoil the shit out of all these movies, and this one you're like, I don't want to give it away.
Because I liked it, and I would like
someone to watch it.
Yeah, and have the same kind of experience I did. So I guess I will say, I thought that about 45 minutes into the movie, probably about the halfway mark, I thought they did a good job of, you just didn't know whether he was nuts or whether they were in...
Spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear it.
No, don't tell me. It's on my list.
You didn't watch it?
Yeah,
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it. Because if it sucked, I'd be like, look, I'll spoil this for you. Don't even waste your time.
Right.
But I thought it was good. And the fact that when they got to that point, I'm like, wow, they still got 45 minutes to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that they were like wrapping it up.
Right.
Like, okay, here's the answer. Like, everything's fine now. But no, there was a lot more. And so there's one scene. There's one scene at the hospital, and you know what I'm talking about,
mm-hmm.
where he needs to get himself quickly out of a jam where he's now. You think that he's like, okay, everything's fine. Like, he's going to win in the end. And then he ends up. How can I put this?
Careful.
He ends up back in danger.
Yep.
And then has to do something rash to get out of it. And I didn't see that coming.
But I like the idea that you're like, did this even happen?
Yeah,
I like
that whole back half of the movie. I'm like, I don't know if this is real or not real,
right.
But I want to find out. So yeah, I thought it was really good. So definitely, Danielle, if you get a chance.
Yeah, I want to watch it.
Yeah.
And I do remember you recommending that to me. That was a while back that you mentioned that movie.
Yeah.
Once Bob
Did you have to watch it?
No. It was just something that
completely.
Basically,
okay.
As most things Nick says,
just completely disregard. That's why we had to create this segment.
Because of fractures?
Because of all this disregarding.
Okay.
I'm forced to do it.
Yeah, that does ring a bell now that you mentioned it.
Yeah.
All right. Why don't we... You want to go counterclockwise? You want to go clockwise? What do you want to do? Let's do... Or we want to just do you and me. You guys don't get another one.
Okay.
You've already got it.
And we saw it. Well, you did watch your two assigned movies that one time.
Yeah, he did.
I'll give you that much.
Yeah. And it was a rough week with the vacation,
right.
and I'll get you that movie this week.
Okay.
All right, sir. So Cory, I'm going to give you one. You give me one. You get any leads? Any ideas? Because I think I got yours.
Yep. I'll give you what I was gonna try to hang on for a long time for Krabby, but
all right.
So my agreement for you is Copyright Criminals on Amazon.
Oh, I can't even spell copyright. Criminals. Okay. You've seen this? Have you seen it too?
No.
Okay.
I've seen it pop up on the Amazon thing, but I haven't watched it.
I have watched it.
Movie or documentary?
Documentary.
Okay.
Just about the music industry and people using and sampling other people's music and the history of it and where it's at present day.
Okay.
So I said I wanted to wait for Krabby to be around for that one because I think that would have been something that he would have enjoyed too.
Yeah.
Because it goes all the way back to the very beginning of the how would you say, like the manual DJ, not the laptop DJ, of actually scratching records and mixing songs together in that fashion.
Okay.
So a lot of the bands and groups they talk about, I know Krabby has mentioned. I think he mentioned just about every single one that they discuss in this documentary. He's mentioned before in conversation.
Okay.
So Krabby, if you when you do hear this, Copyright Criminals for you as well. Let me know what you think.
All right. Cory, have you seen Scott Pilgrim?
Oh, God, no.
Really?
Not in full entirety.
So do you know the movie I'm talking about?
I do.
Or well, I can give you a choice. I'll let you pick. You can have Scott Pilgrim, or you can watch Crimson Tide.
Scott Pilgrim it is.
Have you ever seen Crimson Tide?
Yeah.
Oh, you have?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You got it. That should be Netflix, I think.
I believe it's still on there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're ready then. And do you, Nick? What we were supposed to watch? Workaholics.
Yep.
Is that Netflix?
That is Hulu.
Hulu. And do you have Hulu?
I do.
Awesome. All right. You got a busy week coming up?
I don't believe so.
All right. I don't know if we're doing this again on Saturday or not, but we could.
We can. Yeah.
I don't see why not. Unless you're literally still recovering on Saturday.
I have to go back to work on Wednesday, so
Yeah.
As do I.
Okay.
I only work Wednesday, Thursday, so
Oh, must be nice.
it is. Those 4 10s, I'm telling you.
It just so
Dream.
everyone knows, we're doing we wanted to do the Beachside.
Yeah.
It's a very abbreviated podcast. We had a super busy week, 3 times in the river, canoeing, kayaking, just having a great time. But we wanted to step out, the night before we leave, and just reach out to you guys and do something here from the beach. Kind of in memoriam of, Cory's dad and his family and everything they've done all the years coming up here. It's a really special place in his heart, and sometimes Cory's special to us, so that's why we like to do these kind of things.
Sometimes.
I don't know how to take that. But yes, thank you guys for coming out tonight and doing it. I know it's been a long weekend, and I know so we planned on Saturday when Bob got up here, kind of setting things up and all that, but fun took its course, and we didn't get around to that. But
or much else, in fact.
But I do also like too that we haven't really taken a weekend off of an episode, so
Yeah.
keep that streak going, and I also like that sentiment of it.
Excuse me. Yes.
You're excused.
All right. Cory, do you have any Funko This updates for the week? Any purchases pre-trip?
Yeah.
There was
They're waiting at home.
There were several that we had already picked up, but there's one big one waiting for us at home that I will not discuss until we can have the extra screen hooked up. And
what a jip!
Oh, it's
so disappointed.
It's a special.
Yeah, it is very special.
So is this a giant Funko?
No.
That's what I thought.
Is it a big shipment of many Funkos?
But what I
get it. It's one very expensive Funko.
It wasn't as expensive as it could have been.
I see.
Yeah, I actually got quite a deal on it. So, all right. Oh,
you're getting too excited.
What I will tell you though,
Yeah.
because I already showed you guys the Fredy Mercury that I got.
Yes.
I got the second version of him, the diamond version, that he's got his sparkly pants on and shirtless, chest hair and all. And
sparkly pants.
Yes.
Why do you? Well,
I don't know, Bob. Tell me why.
Why are there two? Why do you need 2 Fredy Mercurys?
Because they're different.
No, hopefully they're different and not 2 of the same. But why do you need? What is the
allure?
One's more rare than the other.
Is sparkly pants more rare?
Yes, he's the official term. He's a diamond version. So
I'm just gonna go with sparkly pants.
But yeah, he's
diamond version. Give me a break.
He's much more rare than the version I showed you guys.
Okay.
So that was my big pickup for this week. We'll go with, and then, I mean, really next week is actually Danielle's.
Okay.
That was all her doing, but
Bated breath.
Oh, I can tell. I can definitely tell.
Super special.
Are we
not 4 feet tall?
Are you close to having to buy a new display case?
Oh yes,
God,
we're well
past that.
Are you putting on a new wing into the house?
Yeah.
Okay. Taking
Pretty
a second
much.
mortgage?
No.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
But you're keeping them all in the cases. What are you doing?
no,
here?
well, right now because
Do you
our one display shelf is completely full.
Yeah.
Do you have like a Funko foyer?
No, but we need to make one.
Look into that.
You need to fashion a Funko for her.
Yes.
Fantastic.
No, we have several that are, well, more than several, a shit ton still that are still in the boxes just because they're easier to stack right now.
Well, you can't play with them all at once.
Oh, yes, you can. So once we get the proper display shelving, then they'll come out of the box.
Would you do me a favor at some point, and when he's had a few drinks and he's his let's say got a more of a morally casual attitude, I would like to see, just for the podcast, and please, he should be completely clothed, him just like reclining on the bed, just surrounded by Funkos, like as though it's the standard shot you get when you have a giant bag of money that you're gonna hold this duffel bag for only a couple of hours, and while you got it, you might as well roll around in it on the bed. That's what I'm looking for. Put it up on the as a screen grab for the episode title.
What would be great is you could easily do that while he was asleep.
But again, he's got to be completely clothed. I don't need any of that. This is not going to be a money shot kind of a situation.
Yeah.
Shaking your head.
You're right. Absolutely right. I just, it's like saying, oh, God, this tastes like vomit. And you're like, God, why did you even say that?
Oh.
Now I can taste it.
It's like dog plasma.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God.
Was it that stuff we were drinking? Or
No.
was it
No.
McGillicuddy?
Apple pie.
It was apple pie, and it was super chunky and icy, and you're like, oh, this is the best. This is the best when it's just like this. Just the right amount of slush on the inside. And I went to take a swig, and you're like, it tastes like plasma. And I'm like, dude, that was about to be the best swig I ever took.
Yep.
And now that's disgusting to me.
Ruined it. I'm so sorry.
What did you mention to me, though, when we were doing the Jello shots? You said something about Joe, I think, vomiting in someone's mouth.
No, he came up to you and made the motion of, hey, Cory, hey, you need some help with that? You need some help? Nah. And he made a motion like he was spitting something into your mouth because he had a Jello shot as well. And I said, and Cory went, he just started shaking his head.
Mouthful of Jello thinking about that.
He went back to eating his Jello shot. And I said, what are you thinking about eating Joe's regurgitated Jello shot? And he's like, okay.
It was hard to get that one down.
Those are high times. High times of period.
That's what they expect here in Oscoda.
That's right. All right, sir. What do we have a? Do you guys want to do a pick of the week and see if that takes us out to the end?
Sure, we can do that.
Or, we haven't done for a while. We never came up with a name for that segment, did we? The 100 questions.
No, we have not. We can do 100 questions.
I was kind of hoping you had a suggestion for the name still, because we still haven't done that. Danielle knows best.
No.
Hard no on that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass.
All right. Let me bring it up here real quick. Okay. Where do I have it? All right. This is really making for great audio.
Or pick
There we
of the
go.
week.
All right, Danielle, pick a number.
22.
You've actually already picked 22.
62.
There you go. All right. So we're going to start with I think I know the answer to this one. What kitchen appliance do you use every day?
Every day?
Every day.
Blender.
Use the blender every day?
Mm-hmm. I have a little mini one.
Are you making smoothies? What are you
Yeah.
making? You have a
Protein.
smoothie every day.
Well, not up here, but yeah, at home I usually do. I have a protein shake.
Up here, it's lots and lots of burritos.
Yes, breakfast burritos.
She actually did at one point tell me to put it on the list of stuff to pack.
I was gonna pack it, and then I changed my mind.
I can't forget my blender. Gotta bring a goddamn blender up.
But you're doing like protein shakes.
Yeah.
Okay. Not like smoothie, like ice cream and whatnot.
No.
That's
Okay.
that's what I do.
Protein powder, milk.
Well, we're gonna get to you in a
Fruit.
second.
Smoothie every morning.
Because your answer might be, is the answer the same?
No, God, no.
Okay.
No, he's not even
I
up
don't-
in the mornings.
I don't even know where her blender's at.
I'm not even sure that is the kitchen. Do we have a kitchen?
He walks in and out of it.
It's just a room I eat in. What do you use every day?
Well, it's just currently started to happen, but it's the oven.
He was very anti-oven.
Fish sticks.
Yeah.
That's right. Fish sticks and little Schwan's pizzas.
Were you anti-oven?
Because it was just so much easier to throw stuff in the microwave.
Because it takes longer, but it tastes better.
You got to wait for the oven to preheat. Then you put stuff in.
How-
It never takes 3 minutes. It takes 25 minutes.
But it tastes so much better.
So I'm like, you can just put it in the microwave for 4 minutes.
Yeah, but how nasty would your fish sticks taste in the microwave?
that is true. That is true.
Ugh,
I mean,
they
now
taste
that
nasty anyway,
I've become a
but-
connoisseur of fish sticks,
Oh,
it,
my
yeah,
God.
it would taste horrible.
I can't even.
I don't know what you're shaking your head at. What did you just tell me earlier?
I told you that I now have a box of fish sticks in my freezer because of you.
And I was like, do you have Old Bay for those fish sticks? And you whipped your head around and you go, fuck yeah, I do.
Exactly.
So I don't know what you're making fun of me for.
I'm not making fun of you. I just don't. How do you? So you've had things that have been prepared in the oven your whole life.
I believe so.
Okay, you
Unless I was lied
understand the
to all these
difference
years.
between something that's been microwaved and something that's been broiled, baked.
Yeah, but back when we were kids, my mom had nothing else to do during the day. She could go and
Wow. Sure, she appreciates that.
It's a joke, Mom. I love you.
I'm sure she'd appreciate that comment.
Yeah, no, I obviously knew that stuff in the oven tasted a little better, but then again, who has that kind of time?
You
Most
do.
people.
Well,
Yeah.
and also in your mom's defense, sour cream doesn't take long to bake. So
Sour cream.
sour cream and glumpkies and pierogies and all the other gallons
Baking
of
sour cream.
gallons of milk.
Disgusting.
Gallons of milk.
Hey, and speaking of that again, too, Mr. Easy Mac that you stole,
Yeah.
I thought you hated mac and cheese.
I hate mac and cheese.
Yeah, ever since you threw up all over the basement.
We've only told that story, I think, to everyone we know.
That's fine.
And probably also on the podcast, at least once.
Well, that's why I gave the short version.
No, I love mac and cheese.
No.
The problem wasn't the mac and cheese. The problem was gallons of milk and Crown.
Gotcha.
Disgusting.
Son of a bitch. Now thinking of it, too. The stuffing was missing.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the box of that Easy Mac?
Oh. It's not there either. Did Joe take it?
Motherfucker. He must have.
He had to have. Because they were both there on the counter when he came earlier today.
So he would just specifically come, not take many of the expensive things he purchased, and take
Right.
Walmart brand stuffing box and
His easy, yeah, because your Easy Mac's all gone.
That motherfucker.
Hold on. Did he know that you had been planning for a long, long time to enjoy beach stuffing and deliberately ruined your beach vacation?
No, he probably just saw it sitting there, and he said he was going to see his friend in Alpena, so he probably just took it with him.
Gotcha.
Because it was there earlier.
do you think he would have grabbed a bag and been like, I ain't gonna have any food when I go up there?
Why
'cause
was
this-"
even?
That's exactly what he
Yeah.
did.
and just start
'Cause
filling it up with
He got into the refrigerator because his oat milk was in there. And he took that, and I told him his eggs were in there, and he didn't take those. But he had to have taken it off the counter.
Yeah, because I just now in thinking of all this mac and cheese talk,
Mm.
there was a whole box of Easy Mac up there that
there was
he must have taken
there
with
was
him.
there was a ton of mac and cheese.
Yeah,
I remember
it's all
looking
gone.
on the counter and I had that little bowl thing of it, and that was it.
Yeah,
And
there was 3 of those.
it seemed like there were more than that.
No.
Yeah, no, there's just 3 of those, and then the box that had apparently now they're starting to not make them in the to-go containers. They're
Yeah.
making the packets that you put in an actual bowl. And he took that entire box of them. I guarantee it. I'm glad he's
Well,
not
there's
on
one way
the
to find
podcast.
out. Text him.
I did
him
just
right-
text him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I highly doubt he's going to
And the
answer.
Will you read
So-
the text?
So you think he
Right
came?
now?
You think he came over and was like, "What is going to be the easiest food that I can bring that won't require a cooler?"
Mhm.
And did he leave his cooler or did he take it?
No, he took
No,
his cooler.
it.
But there was no ice or anything left in it. So he doesn't have to stop and get ice for Easy Mac and stuffing. He just has to eventually stop and get, which he might not even put butter in, but you just boil water and put the stuffing in there.
That's cool.
But he
Why
would
would
just
you
stop
do
and
that?
go shopping
That's
in your
gross.
kitchen?
Apparently.
Which
I
again,
bought the eggs and bacon.
again, I'll give it to you. Yeah, he brought up the eggs and bacon. He made it for us. Again, he bought a bunch of beer that he left. So it's not about the fact that he has it or. Oh yeah, he goes, hey dude, listen, I'm going to Alpena to see my friend after this. Can I take that box of stuffing and Easy Mac? I said, yeah, sure. Don't just fucking swipe it off the counter.
You would have said, yeah, sure?
Probably not.
Right?
No, I don't think he would have. I think he had it on his mind.
Yeah. It was, I think if the cottage was burning down and you could say one thing besides Danielle, it would be that box of stuffing.
He was for 28 minutes looking for it today, very angrily.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he kept saying, what'd you do with the stuffing? And I was like, I didn't do anything with the stuffing.
Finally, I looked at her. I said, Danielle, it's gone on long enough. Tell him where the stuffing is. I don't know where the stuffing is. I'm like,
well, then I'm thinking about it too. I don't remember even seeing it on the counter. But you're right. That was gone, and so was the Easy Mac.
And then he looked at me. He's like, oh, you know who would have taken it in the middle of the night,
well,
drunken binge eating, probably doesn't even remember, Bob. It's probably under his
that
pillow somewhere.
Is that a false
No,
statement?
I'm like, no, I get it.
Was it merited?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is why I told you to check in the bed, which is because the Pop-Tarts.
Because I saw you on camera taking my Pop-Tarts while
Yeah.
I was not there.
Yes.
And then you told me that
again, another story we've also told in the podcast.
Put them under your
several
pillowcase
times.
and crumbled them and then woke up
No.
and ate the dust.
No, that's not what happened. They were in the bed. I rolled over on them several times during the night.
Was it like a nuts for winter kind of situation?
I don't want these felt
now.
Good to,
I don't want these
I'll
now.
save them for later.
But if I wake up,
really hungry,
I might
guess
want
what?
maybe
Got me some
something happened to my
Pop-Tarts.
legs. I can't get to the kitchen.
That's true. That's true.
I'll just keep this right here.
Yeah. What if there's a bear downstairs? I'm gonna have to eat. And now at least I've got a foil bag worth of Pop-Tart dust.
What if poor Jack's out of corn pops?
Oh, that couldn't happen.
He's not going to eat my
That's
Pop-Tarts.
physically impossible.
He's not going to eat my Pop-Tarts, and by mine I mean Nick's.
Yes. and by Nick's, I mean that's true.
I don't want to buy pastries for myself. That doesn't make any sense.
Why am I going to buy pastries at 3 a.m?
My kids would eat them, and I would eat them, and I can't eat all these pastries because I would eat the entire box.
First of all, if you've not had to do a little bit of boxing out to make sure you get the food you want in the morning, I don't know what you're doing. You're not doing it right.
The funniest thing about Bob is that I'll be like, well, if you like Pop-Tarts so much, why don't you just buy them? Because I would eat them all. I would eat them all. All the like in a day. I would eat all the Pop-Tarts.
That's actually not true. I would never get a chance to eat them all.
I would.
My kids would eat
He
them all.
actually told me delicious Jets ranch that was left at his house. He poured it down the sink. I said, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" He's like, "Oh, I can't have this in my house." I said, "But that's delicious." I know it's delicious. I would drink it. I would have it tomorrow, and I would drink it, and I'd pour it on everything.
I'm saving my own life.
and eat it. So no, I don't need this in my house.
Yeah.
I'm like, but you like ranch? Yeah, that's the problem.
I'm sure heroin addicts who take their kit and they throw it in the garbage, they're like, I don't need that here. I'm sure they get laughed at by their friends.
I go, dude.
Look at you.
I go,
throwing
dude.
that needle away.
It's like burning money in front of me. You could have just given it to me.
But you have a friend, you can get it for free anytime you want. What do you care what I did with
all
mine?
the time. He just keeps it in his pockets.
Wasn't there a thing
already
on top of the fridge? Barbecue
Do you
sauce.
understand what that would equate to, or what would be involved in that? Joe, could you bring me some ranch?
Oh, sure. Want some pizza? Should I bring you pizza too? Oh, everyone always wants something because you work at a pizza place.
You
I mean, it would be this
also
huge-
know someone else who can get that for you anytime.
Who's that?
Jack.
Yes. All right. I'm going to become best friends with Jack.
You got an inside man. You got
High
a
five.
ranch- You got a ranch man. See, problem solved.
That would be really creepy.
What?
You have a
Jack.
ranch man?
Can you get me some ranch?
Hey, buddy.
Can you get me some ranch?
Working today?
Hey, Dad's friend.
Are you opening your coat when you're saying that? Because you sound super creepy.
Yes.
Whatever happens, can we have a segment that we start doing called Mac and Cheese Talk?
Oh, there's going to be a lot of fucking mac and cheese talk after this.
Yeah.
All he would have had to have
It's-
done is ask Cory, and Cory would have said yes.
I was just
100%.
I was just starting to get over the stuffing.
Take all my stuffing.
Yeah, and now you're
Take all my mac
all
and
worked
cheese.
up all over again.
And then it makes sense, too, because, he was there this morning grabbing his shit.
Yeah.
And I guarantee he swiped it.
With his oat milk.
It's probably already enjoyed by now. Delicious boxed stuffing.
Oh, he better enjoy the fuck out of it. Because it's
already done.
I swear to God, if he comes back and is like, oh, yeah, I didn't have it, I threw it out.
Cory, if I had nothing to drink right now, I would run to the store and I would put it on your pillow when you wake up right next to the stuffing.
Well, thank you.
Yep.
Just the 20 minutes of shuffling around the kitchen and progressively getting more and more angry. He finally looked at me. He like snapped.
He woke me up from a nap to ask me.
Well, because I told him.
Hold on, though.
I go,
who among us?
You know, I bet she knows where everything is. Everything. She puts everything away. She does everything. I bet she knows. And he's like,
and I didn't ask you. That wasn't how I led that off.
And he looked like,
I woke you.
I bet you she fucking knows too. And he went right over there and he goes, hey, sweetie. Like he said something really nice and he was like, yeah, wakey, wakey. Where's the stuffing?
No, I said, hey, did you want to eat? And she
rubbing her back.
She's like, yeah. And I'm like,
Stuffing?
by the way, do you know where that stuffing's at?
Hey, sidebar question.
He finally, though, after like 10, 15 minutes, and Cory knows me very well and knows what I like and what I don't. And apparently at that point in time, reason just goes out the window. He doesn't remember anymore. He doesn't care to remember. It's eat or be eaten, you know. And he just shuffled. Where do you think it could be? Do you think it'd be here? Did we leave it here? Nope. These are all the places it could possibly be. And it was as if we were in a bank robbery. And, we were robbing this place together, and he looked at me with the gun and said,
he's going somewhere.
Now give me all your money. Because he looked right at me, and he said, I bet you fucking ate it, didn't you? And I go, no, I didn't. I said, I hate stuffing. What are you talking about? And he was like, he really wasn't convinced. He just looked at me, and he was like, And then he went back to shuffling around the kitchen. Now give me everything you got.
Who among us has not been in that scenario before? I totally feel for you, man, because if you've lived with anyone, whether it's your friend, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your kids, your parents, doesn't matter who, everyone has gone in the kitchen for the one thing where you're like, all right, like I went to the store, I bought 100 things. This is the thing I really wanted most of all.
One thing.
Yeah, and it's gone.
Well, yes,
some motherfucker
Cory's done
ate
that
your
before.
thing.
It's the absolute principle of it.
Yeah.
If it's the last of it, or you're taking all of it, that's something to be said about that, because it's not about the money. It's not about the I got your back, you got mine. It has nothing to do with that. It's the fact that I know that I'm particular, and when I wake up, I want it right next to my bed, because if I get an itch for
Well, I don't know. Right
if I get an itch for it, like his shoe or something, it was, and there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than if someone was like, dude, I picked you up some Skol. I left it right there. It's still chew. No, I don't care about that. I want Grizzly Wintergreen because that's what I bought. This is what I like. So if Joe were to be like, well, I picked up beer, so it all evens out. I don't give a fuck about that. I can buy all the beer I want. I want my stuffing because I wanted to have it.
Right.
It's the thing that can literally ruin your night.
Oh, it did.
Go from 100 down to 0 instantly.
Oh, you better believe putting all this together now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But when you have a podcast with your friends, then I watch you losing your mind in the kitchen, and I think, comedy gold. We're about to record in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Sorry you don't have any stuffing, but we're gonna mine it for all it's worth.
He probably had stuffing in his beard. It was probably falling all over his shirt.
Yeah.
Mac and cheese. There was too much of it. Just had to dump it out in the trash.
Oh, I know.
I can't even eat all this. This is so
There was like
much.
8 packs in there.
Probably made all 8. Threw away 6.
Can't eat all this mac and cheese. Who eats this much stuffing? The funny thing is that at least when we're around Joe, and maybe it's like little secret stuff, but when we're around him, he's like, you guys are eating pizza? I can bring you pizza, but I never eat that shit. Oh, what are you guys having? Hamburgers? Oh, I ain't gonna have one of those. It's too fattening, But while the cat's away, the stuffing monster comes out.
I'm sure
and
he
takes all the
know.
cheese.
Joe, if you're listening to this, we're just fucking around, man. Except for Cory, he's really mad.
Yeah, I am
His
pretty
stuffing's
pissed.
gone.
So I do have to say too, Kelly, the cheesecake lady from Three
Cheesecake
Nicks.
Kelly?
Cheesecake Kelly.
All right.
Is she on right now?
Yeah, she joined us and says hello, and she told us to buy some cheesecake after all this food talk. I said, I wish we could get some right now.
Yeah. Where were we an hour ago?
Cheesecake was
Right.
amazing.
Yeah, so
That was amazing.
and thank
Yeah.
you for coming out.
That was going to be trunked cheesecake too.
Trunked cheesecake?
Trunk, like it's in my trunk.
The
If you'd like
president.
to try,
The President Trunk.
if you'd like to try some of my cheesecake, it's in my trunk. We can go get it right now. I think that was how it was presented to me.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
After seeing them, I still would have eaten them. So
Yes, but it
Oh, yeah.
still would have come from the trunk.
that's fine.
I mean, for some people, that maybe like,
Best place you can get cheesecake.
well, as it turns out, yes,
Trunk
that
cheese.
is true.
I'm not gonna lie, I was still very happy with myself if somehow I got the key lime.
Yeah,
No,
Cheesecake
not
one
somehow.
Because you had me
you're a little,
take it.
you're a little bastard.
Yeah.
That's why.
yeah.
You're just lucky I didn't eat
The
it
only
first,
sweet
'cause
thing
I
that
was going to eat
the
it.
only sweet thing I would possibly eat out of 15 different desserts would be key lime pie, and little fuck fingers over here grabbed it.
I didn't grab it.
I did.
Yeah, because you guys.
For him,
Yeah, it's like Bonnie and Clyde.
Because he's like, hey, psst, grab that one.
Oh, the second that she was like, nope, Danielle, you go first. I was like, oh, here's my opportunity.
Well, you almost didn't get it because I was going to eat it.
I would have left.
Of course. Danielle
I changed my mind.
doesn't do anything for herself. Completely selfless. Does it for Cory.
I don't know about that.
that's not really being selfless, though. That's kind of more being a puppet.
No, whatever.
And Corey's just working the strings. We kind of went far afield, but Nick, what's the kitchen appliance you use every day?
Coffee maker.
That's mine too.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Yep. I don't need anything else. I need the coffee maker.
And that's here's how much he needs it. I told him before this trip, I'm like, hey buddy, we're gonna need some coffee. You like strong coffee too, right? He's like, yep. I'm bringing my coffee maker. Like, we're not fucking around. We're not using any hotel coffee maker. Bringing real coffee maker, bottled water. Good to go.
Oh, yeah. We're serious.
And as serious people, we're now at 103.
Yep.
So, what do you think? Quick pick of the week.
We can wrap it up. We'll
Wrap it up.
yeah, we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
It's getting late.
Put a bow on it.
Yeah.
Getting a little chilly out.
Yeah.
You don't say.
I'm getting cold just looking at Danielle.
Wrapped up.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, for folks that haven't listened to us before, or maybe you do listen to us and you're not sure what the fuck's going on tonight. We're down at the beach. We're up on vacation. We just wanted to do a very short and abbreviated podcast. So we kind of tried to run through all the normal things that we do. But typically we're, 2.5 hours?
Somewhere.
Yeah, we do. And we're much more relaxed and laid back and not as exigent as we are tonight. But we thank you for joining us, and we just wanted to reach out and touch base with you guys because you guys touch us so much. So we appreciate that.
In all the right places.
Yep.
And on that note,
Couldn't have said it better myself.
bunch of creeps.
All right. This is Bob saying good night, everybody. Nick,
Good night.
Danielle,
Good night.
Cory.
Good night. See you guys next year in Oscoda.